right, untold story number 3. Today we're shooting it from the backyard. We're just trying to relax a little bit, take in some sun before it gets too hot. So, the day I missed my shot and I learned to show up differently. I'll never forget the day that I showed up an hour early for my promotions test. I'll never forget the day that I showed up an hour early for my promotion test and I still didn't get to test. I arrived early, prepared, and focused. I knew my test habits. I liked to mentally rehearse and stay calm and sit in my car just until it's time to go in, not sit in an overcrowded room. So I sat in my car, I played music, I reviewed my notes, and I stayed sharp. 10 minutes prior to the scheduled time, I walked in confidently, only to find out that the doors were closed. It was locked. The test proctor said the entry window was closed. Apparently, my watch was off by a few minutes. And just like that, I was out. I was crushed. It was my first time testing for this specific promotion. I'd done everything right, except I didn't go in early enough. And I had to own it. No blaming the clock, no blaming the rules. It was on me. What hurt more was walking back to my office and telling my supervisor and my first sergeant what happened. It felt bad for me, but they felt bad for me, but they didn't coddle me. We talked about it, they saw my disappointment, and I sat in it for a moment. But I made the decision right then and there. This won't ever happen again. The next year, a different story. I built a new routine. I showed up early. I was in the room 30 minutes before the doors closed. I didn't wait in my car. I waited inside, focused, ready, and determined. That year, I got promoted. Here's the thing. Sometimes you control the outcome. Sometimes you don't. But you always control the lesson. And that day, I learned that being early isn't the same as being prepared. I also learned the power of owning your mistakes, making a change, and pressing forward with a new mindset. Mistakes don't define you, but how you respond does. As I say in chapter 3, mistakes are often the tuition we pay for wisdom. I paid that tuition and I became better, stronger, and more focused. It's time that you lock in and go out and dominate your space.